Okay, guys, so if you are still confused about this three problem scrambling thing, okay, we'll do a couple more examples. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so this sample says a human pyramid is built by Jenna Maroney's friends every afternoon during lunch. Is this active or passive? And is the prepositional phrase in the beginning or the end? Okay. So a human pyramid is built by Jenna Maroney's friends. So let's picture this in our heads. First of all, we see the word by, okay? It's most likely going to be passive voice, but let's just double check, okay? Who are the people doing what? What's the main action? There's this building, okay? And who's building what? Jenna Maroney's friends are building the pyramid. So it's in reverse order, which means we've got passive voice. All right, so this means we have passive voice with prepositional phrase at the end. That means, okay, if it's passive with prep at the end, then it's going to be the second one that you leave alone. Don't change anything. Okay. So let's change the first and the third. The first, it emphasize who or what is doing the action. Essentially, put the active voice first with the prepositional phrase at the end. Okay. So instead of saying a human pyramid is built by Jenna Maroney's friends, we would say Jenna Maroney's friends build a human pyramid. And then we put the prepositional phrase at the end every afternoon during lunch. Okay. And then let's see here. The third one, okay, we need to emphasize the prepositional phrase first and then put the active voice at the end. So essentially, first and the third are just going to be swapped, gentlemen. Okay, so the first one said, when we rearranged it, okay, Jenna Maroney's friends build a human pyramid every afternoon during lunch. And the third one, we're just going to say every afternoon during lunch, Jenna Maroney's friends build a human pyramid. Okay, so we're just flipping them. Try one more here. Okay, but this is what it looks like when we rearrange it. All right, so you guys might still be confused, okay? It wouldn't hurt you to go back and re-watch what I said. You can pause it, think about it, do some practice problems, okay, as I go through it. And you know, if you're still confused, we're going to talk about it on Thursday as well. All right, so you can pause the video right now and take about 2 or 3 minutes to relax or get up and do some calisthenics or something, okay? And then you can come back. And if you're looking for an answer to an Ed puzzle question or something like that, then maybe now would be a good time to answer it. I don't know. Depends on what Mr. Calderon does with the Ed puzzle videos. Oh gosh, what's going on here? Zoom out. Okay, sweet. All right, gentlemen, time to introduce you guys to the literary analysis essay. All right, so this essay, as you guys are going to see right here, is going to be due next Friday. All right, next Friday. All right, so what is a literary analysis essay? Well, the good news is you've done it before already. Actually, you did one, I believe, with All Quiet on the Western Front. All right. Essentially, what you're going to do is you analysis a piece of literary, right, in a way that attempts to make an argument about the piece of work or shed light on it in a new and insightful way. Okay, so you are taking this work, right, this literary piece, right, and you are analyzing it. You're going to present something to the reader and say, like, hey, I bet you didn't notice these things before, right? But these things kind of come together to communicate this thing, right? And you'll take little pieces of the book, right, or the work of art, right, sorry, the literary piece, and you'll present it in a way that's like, oh yeah, that does make sense. That kind of helps me to appreciate this book or this play in a new way, right? So that's what you're doing. So, for example, something from All Quiet on the Western Front might say something like, that a thesis might say, in the book All Quiet on the Western Front, the theme of dehumanization is displayed through the main characters' multiple experiences in which they become increasingly animalistic, right? And then each paragraph you might go through and you take an example from when they're on the front lines, right? Or you take an example from when Paul is at home, okay, he's acting like an animal, or another one, okay, and you kind of unpack these things and show, hey, when this is happening, it's really kind of communicating this deeper message, all right, and it helps contribute to the theme, all right. So for this essay, we're going to be analyzing Romeo and Juliet. Yay, okay. I know you guys are so excited about it. It's going to be 600 words long, which is essentially, it just goes over 2 pages if you do the formatting correctly. Okay, so if it comes short of 2 pages, you're going to be short of the word count, for sure, no matter what. All right, so make sure it goes beyond 2 full pages. So it'd be like the first page with your name on it, the second page, right, and then extends just beyond that second page, kind of dripping down to a third. All right, your essay must have 6 quotes. One of the main purposes of this unit is to get you guys to understand how to integrate quotes successfully into your writing. Okay, so we're going to practice with some non-Romeo and Juliet stuff first, okay, and then we'll work on incorporating it, the actual Romeo and Juliet lines, right, into your work. Okay, so there's going to be 2 per paragraph, and we're really going to be emphasizing this skill through this unit, so that when you have to take another book later on and incorporate quotes, then you can do it successfully. Right? Okay, so what are you going to be writing about? All right, you have 2 prompts you can choose from. 2 prompts. Right. First one: in what ways are Romeo and Juliet both star-crossed lovers in the play Romeo and Juliet? Okay, so in order to write about this one, you'll need to know what star-crossed lovers really means. Okay, so that's stuff we talked about on the first day. And you'll need to be able to think of examples in which either Romeo or Juliet, right, acted like a star-crossed lover, or something that happened, in the play showed that they are really star-crossed lovers, right? So remember, star-crossed, okay, it means that they are twisted, right, in kind of a very in a twisted way, right? So they're twisted by fate, twisted together by fate, right? And so we're thinking of all examples where either Romeo or Juliet are compared to light or stars, or they mention fate, right? Or something happens that kind of twists things around, right? And then the second prompt is, what is the main theme of Romeo and Juliet? And how is that theme demonstrated through the actions of different characters? So we talked about a couple different possible themes. Talked about, true love or stuff like that. But something that I talked about a lot is being overly emotional, or when you have too much emotion invested in something, what can happen, Think of Friar Lawrence talking about the flower, right? So that's something to think about for sure. Those are your 2 prompts, right? It's going to be a 1-3-1 essay, no matter what you do, okay? Intro, 3 paragraphs, conclusion, all right? If it's not looking like that, then you're going to get docked points for sure, okay? And here's a look at our schedule, all right? Today, I just introduced you guys to the idea. On Thursday, we're going to begin brainstorming, right? Collecting quotes for both prompts, all right? And then on Monday, you guys are going to turn in an outline, all right? And then we're going to talk about quote integration, okay? So you'll have your quotes kind of picked out, right? But we won't really know how to integrate them into your writing. And then on Wednesday, you're going to turn in your rough draft, take the no reading test, and start making revisions on your rough draft. And then Friday, you'll turn in your final copy, okay? So that's the plan for the literary analysis essay. Like I said, guys, it's going to be a really tough unit. And at the end of the day, there's going to be probably 120 points, if not more, on the line. This is kind of a make or break unit for the whole semester. All right, so now is where you really need to turn up your efforts and be a good student. You guys are big boys now, so let's get it done. Let's have a good unit and enjoy your guys' virtual day. All right, bye-bye.